do 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 da do do do.
That was amazing. All right, we're recording.
Okay.
All right, well, hello everyone.
Hello, you.
Hey, what's up? This is Movie Time with Marcos and Paulina. I am Marcos.
I am Paulina.
Really?
Yeah.
We talk a lot about movies. We like watching them a lot, and we think people care about our opinion, so we're going to share them.
Do we, though? Do we think people care about our opinion?
I think so. We watch a lot of movies, so why wouldn't they care what we think?
I think more than anything, we're kind of looking for a way to spend our extra time, what little extra time we have. So we decided, hey, how about all these conversations we have about movies? Let's record them.
I mean, I don't want to tell them the truth.
Okay, I'm all about the truth.
Yeah, whatever. Well, we wanted to talk about Yes, God, Yes, which is a movie that came out on Netflix on, I think it was October. And it was one movie we just recently saw.
We're still in October.
Oh, yeah, we're not even in November yet.
Yeah.
But I think you and I had a lot of thoughts. We didn't watch it together, except the ending. I saw the ending with you. And, you know, why don't you just say what you thought? First thoughts.
First thoughts. Okay, first thoughts. Well, no, not first thoughts. Let's just go with impressions, I guess. I loved the nostalgia I felt watching the movie. I think everyone can agree nostalgia is a very cool feeling to experience. I mean, of course, it is a little bittersweet. But for the most part, I really enjoy feeling that way. So
real quick, let me give a quick synopsis in case people might not have heard of the movie.
Good idea.
So the movie is about a girl named Alice. She's a Catholic. She is going to a Catholic high school in early 2000s time frame. So you see a lot of cool old references like old iPods, AOL, your old phones. And basically she is starting to experience puberty, basically, and adolescence. And so the movie can get kind of awkward, at least for me. I mean, like,
You're not as open to your sexuality.
That's not what I meant. I'm a guy and I went through like guy adolescence.
Yeah.
But like watching a girl go through it is a little different.
Yeah, because women are not sexual beings.
Okay, whatever.
We'll get to that. We'll talk about that.
But anyways, so what do you think about the movie?
Okay, so talking about the nostalgia, I really did enjoy that. I mean, going beyond even the technology, which of course is what Marcos notices above other things, that I really enjoyed looking at just the clothes and remembering, oh my gosh, I had an outfit like that. Or even a moment on the bus when they show one of the girls putting glue on her hand and spreading it, waiting for it to dry to peel it off. I don't know if anyone else did that. I definitely did that.
I had no idea what that was. I was so confused.
That was a thing.
Wow.
I used to also put on my arm hair, not because I wanted to get rid of my arm hair. I didn't know about that at that time, but I just liked the feeling of ripping it off.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
Weirdos.
I was a masochist a bit. So I really did enjoy that. There aren't, I mean, maybe those kind of movies set in that time period will become more common now that
I hope so.
Is like the new 90s.
That was definitely my childhood.
Yeah, that was both of our childhood times. So that was really nice. Another thing that we've already sort of touched on that I did like, and I know there's definitely backlash on this, but I did like that they showed that women are also sexual beings. Okay, so when I was growing up, I just always felt like such a freak because I was excited to have sex. Mm-hmm. And people always acted or talked as if that wasn't really something that women went through, and it was just exclusively meant for men to feel that way. So that's something that I did actually like about the movie, and that's also what I like about another show that we watch is Bob's Burgers. And I love that the horny teenager character is a girl. I love it.
It's so weird.
It's so real.
But it's cool, yeah.
At least, I mean, maybe I was abnormally horny, but
well then.
I feel like it's pretty relatable. So those are things that I appreciate about the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Having said that, I hated this movie.
Really? You
Yeah.
hated it?
I hated it.
I thought it wasn't good, but I wouldn't say I hate it. So just a little bit more from what I said. The main character has a friend who basically she convinces Alice to go to this camp, which I forget the camp name.
Kirkos.
Yes, Camp Kirkos, which is a Catholic camp, and
they go to a Catholic private school.
Mm-hmm. And
they make it very clear that it's the Catholics.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's super clear.
And very...
It's not just some ambiguous church camp. It is Catholic church camp. Oh, I used to be Catholic.
And yeah, I was gonna bring that up. That like it's very surface level, but but basically, Alice's friend is wanting to be part of the cool kids that go to the camp, so they both go, and that's where the movie loses me because I don't know like what the point is of her going to the camp. Like,
well, she wanted to be accepted by her peers.
No, yeah. It's like they don't do that much at the camp.
Oh, like what the purpose? Well, I think that's one of the things too. We can talk about that, but I think I went to a lot more church camps than you growing up.
Yes. That being said,
that is church camp.
Yeah. No. Hey,
I actually did a really good job of representing what it is.
I agree that I related to a lot of parts. I didn't go to as many as you, but I can remember all these little small groups, and in your small groups, you had smaller groups, and you would just talk about things, and I would always never know what to talk about.
Because it's usually something like, how have you seen God play out in your life? Or
yeah,
what
and those
are you
things
going
are
through
like
right now?
hard to
and
talk
you're like 14
about.
14 years old.
Yeah. And so like Alice in the movie, she makes up a story about her dog dying because everyone's getting emotional. Yeah. And I probably made up a story of my dog dying. I didn't have a dog. Because, like they expect you to say things.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, what I like about the movie is that the experience is there. It's just like the point of the movie isn't there. I liked the experience of Alice. She's clearly, a teenager. She's curious on sex. She doesn't know who to talk to. And she's probably, I think it's implied she doesn't want to talk to her parents about it.
Mm-hmm.
She feels guilt from her school about it, which totally normal. I can relate to that. I'm sure you can relate to that. That's probably the best part about the movie for me.
What was?
That it was so real, like those feelings.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, the experience that you said.
Mm-hmm. That being said, so they really show how she is growing up and how she's getting those sexual desires, and that made me feel very uncomfortable. So like she has her hands in her pants when she sees that nude photo on like AOL chat. There's like that phone vibrator that she puts down there. There's that scene where that girl, one of those like camp leaders, is giving a VJ to that other guy, Wade.
No, Alex.
Do you have the synopsis?
Or Adam. It's Adam.
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah, I am right. I'm always right.
And what was I saying?
You were saying you felt really uncomfortable.
Oh, yes.
The masturbation and the BJ.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird to watch, don't you think? Okay, let's put it this way.
Yes.
It'd be weird if a guy was doing it.
I mean, I think, like, obviously you feel uncomfortable watching it. So.
Well, there are a lot of people who watch movies who don't want to feel uncomfortable. If you don't like watching movies that make you feel uncomfortable, then I don't recommend this movie at all. The best positives are like the
nostalgia or the experience.
Well, no, how you can relate to things of pieces of the movie. The worst parts are that about feeling uncomfortable, and then just the messaging I didn't really like at all.
Yeah, so talking about that's my real issue with the movie.
The messaging?
Yeah, because one, like, what happened to the art of subtlety, And I think what happened to it is that they're appealing to a younger demographic, and they really want them to have this message that the Catholic Church hates sex and punishes sex, and, oh, don't feel guilty, everything's okay.
Yeah, it did seem like that. There's a part in the movie at the end, which I don't know if people want to be spoiled on the movie, but
it's already pretty spoiled.
There's a scene where Alice goes to a bar because she's basically running away from the camp or trying to stay away, and she talks to a lady at the bar that she used to be Catholic and how basically...
And she straight up says, yeah, I used to be Catholic.
Yeah, I see what the movie was trying to do to like try to make her feel better, but the way they get it across is everything you do is okay. Shouldn't feel bad about consequences or like the things you do are okay. I agree that doing small things isn't gonna bring you to hell, but it didn't say it in a smart way, I guess.
So the message that I liked, and Alice kind of says it to the camp at the end, the message that I liked was everyone is trying, right? People aren't usually malicious on purpose. I mean, in the camp we see these kids just tearing each other down, trying to be the righteous one, and that is a problem with quote unquote purity culture, right?
Oh yeah,
definitely a problem. And I even went through that too, of being like, oh well, I don't do that, I don't do this, I don't do that, I'm Catholic.
They had like the purity bands too.
Yeah.
Did you ever want one of those?
I wanted a purity ring. Yeah, I did.
No way.
I never got one, but I really wanted one. And some background on us, on our life experience. We did grow up Catholic. We are practicing Catholics. So I think it did maybe hurt us a little more than
I think we're biased.
Yeah, we're a little biased.
There's no question about it that we're biased.
But having said that, I mean, I went to those church camps. I hated the church camps. I did feel lost in that purity culture in some ways, but at the same time, that doesn't mean that I think it's wrong to believe that there's such a thing as right and wrong. And I think that's what the biggest issue for me in the movie was that they're just trying to erase any sense of morality. And I'm going to say it, like, I don't think it's a contradiction to say that there is right and wrong, and I love everybody, no matter, or, you know, that you can, what am I trying to say? Like,
well, I think what you're trying to say is you can believe in right and wrong and still think that just because someone does something that's wrong doesn't mean that you have to hate them.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that they're a bad person. They're trying their best. They're doing their best. They're doing what they think is right. But I can still think that what they're doing is wrong or not what I would do.
Yeah, I think nowadays, in today's culture, if you tell someone what you're doing is what I perceive as wrong, they get very offended, or like yours instantly stop becoming friends.
Yeah, man, this is like this is a pretty controversial first episode.
Absolutely.
No one's gonna listen to us.
Well, no one's gonna listen.
Like, you're wrong.
It's the first episode.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so I that was one of the things I really didn't like, and I hate that separation that it gives. So, and that's what I think is so funny and so ironic, is that the movie is pointing out how purity culture and believing you're better than everyone else can separate our community. But guess what also separates our community? Vilifying an entire religion and not even doing a good job of representing their beliefs. Like, they turned everyone into these just two-dimensional characters, you know, hardly... Oh, guess what? They're all hypocrites. And that was their big... that was the depth that they were trying to add.
I really didn't like that they catch, like, the father... the priest. I mean, looking at porn. Like,
yeah, and masturbating in his office right by the cafeteria with an open window.
With the doors, like, slightly open.
The door is open.
Yeah. Like, I think that's...
I mean, I think they were just trying to make a point. But...
Yeah. When you said, like, you know, where's the subtlety...
Yeah.
That was, like, part of it.
Yeah.
They didn't need to, like, I get what they're trying to say. Like, everyone has flaws, of course.
Yeah.
They didn't need to show that, which is part of, like, the uncomfortableness.
Well, and they showed the hypocrisy enough when it was, like, he believed the rumors about Alice without even, like, without any reason. And I would just say, just because that's the other thing, it's becoming this caricature that if you are religious, you are stupid, is how I feel. I feel like this caricature is emerging where religious people just don't even think, aren't empathetic, and are just slamming their beliefs down people's throats. And I don't think that's the reality. Of course, I've had negative experiences with religious people, and I've had negative experiences with irreligious people. So anyway, it's just that caricature that I'm really not liking.
Did you like the main actress in Yes, God, Yes?
Yeah, I do. She's from Stranger Things.
Natalia Dyer, I think is her name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought she was good. She had like there are a lot of scenes where she doesn't talk and like her face.
Yeah, I think
and
it's
her,
just showing that she's really shy.
Yeah, her facial expressions had to carry the scene. And I think she did really well.
She did do well.
Yeah.
But I do think, having said that, it's a big red flag when your main character is a side character in a successful franchise and then
Really?
no one else is really known. So like none of the other actors are really in anything. One girl is from 13 Reasons Why, which is also just freaking awful. Hate 13 Reasons Why. And the other one was in another like Netflix show. But basically, if you have one actor who's your main actor and they're the side character in something that's been successful, I think it usually means that the movie is not going to be good. But I do love it when movies have new actors, you know, and they're not just using the same ones, recycling the same ones, giving opportunities to others. I just feel like they're putting a bad story on the shoulders of a semi-well-known actress.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I think she's good, and I'm sure we'll see her.
I do like her.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see her in more things beyond Stranger Things.
She really reminds me, and I think just purely because of the big eyes and like the little body and face, she reminds me of the girl from Modern Family.
I've never seen Modern
What's
Family.
her name? Haley. The character for the actress for Haley. Modern Family's good. I like it.
If you had to rate the movie, what do you think you would give it?
Are we doing letters or numbers?
Are we doing letters or numbers? Do what you want.
I would give it. I'm gonna do letters because
like an A+ or to F-.
Because that makes more sense to me. Because if we did numbers, I don't think I'd ever give less than a 5. You know.
Okay.
Okay. For letters, I would give this movie a C-.
Okay. Yeah, I'm leaning to between a 5 or a 6.
So you're doing numbers, but I did letters.
I mean, I'll change.
So we can't even like relate them to each other.
I might change my review system to like
change it so it makes sense with mine.
No, I think I'll make it even more ridiculous.
You give it a 70. No, that's closer.
Yeah, I mean, I give it like a 5.5 out of 10.
So 55.
2.5 stars plus or minus. I think there's a lot of other. We saw another movie of like the main character's a girl and it's like her as a teenager. Was it 6th grade?
Oh yeah, we did.
I thought that was a really good film about.
That was good. I totally forgot about that movie.
Yeah, is it 6th grade?
Yeah, she's in 6th grade. She just has a dad.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to be cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. The movie's called 8th Grade.
8th Grade.
Yeah, I thought 8th Grade was an excellent movie. And I would compare Yes, God, Yes to 8th Grade in terms of the main character and what she's going through. And it gets a little bit more complex, I'd say. It doesn't just
we need to watch that again.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It doesn't just go into like sexuality.
It still has cringy moments, but they're good
cringy.
Yeah, they're good cringy.
And I think they're a little more relatable. Not just because, like if you're a Catholic, you can probably relate very much to Yes, God, Yes, unlike the camps. But
I mean, I did relate to Yes, God, Yes. Still hated it.
yeah. But 8th grade, everyone went through 8th grade.
Yeah.
And had
a little
lot
more
of rough,
universal.
Yeah, it's a little more universal.
Yeah.
So I would recommend that movie, 8th Grade, over Yes, God, Yes. But if you've already seen 8th Grade and you want something similar, it's up to you.
It's up to you.
Do you think it's a couples movie?
No.
I think we didn't watch it together.
We didn't. Yeah.
I wonder how it would have gone if we watched it together.
I don't think we would have finished it if we had watched it together.
Probably would have stopped.
Yeah, we're a lot pickier about what we watch together because that's just taking over quality time that we spend together.
Mm-hmm.
So we want it to actually be quality time. So I think anytime we watch something together, we make sure it's good. But I watch shitty stuff all by myself all the time. So that's when I watch my shitty TV because I'm kind of just wasting time anyway. I'm usually doing something else at the same time or I just feel like vegging out and I don't really care what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think it's me who's like a lot pickier with what they watch.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
I'm definitely like kind of put it on and normally this is something that I have pride in and maybe I shouldn't, But even if something is terrible, I will give it a chance. I will watch it to the end. The only movie I ever walked out of... Wait, maybe I wanted to walk out and I didn't. No, I walked out. Ghosts of Girlfriends Past.
Never seen it.
Awful movie. It's so bad. I went with my sisters to watch it in the Dollar Theater and we walked out because it was just awful. And I think someone who... Maybe it's Basit. Someone who... Oh, no, I think it might be Mariah. I think you have awful taste in movies, Mariah. So I don't like your taste in movies. I think you said that's your favorite movie. And I was like, wow, okay, explains so much.
But yeah, so that was Yes, God, Yes. Overall, it gets a 5.5 from me, and it gets
C minus.
C minus. So convert those however you want. I do not recommend for couples. I think for the next episode...
Don't watch it with your parents either.
Don't watch it in the background with parents, yeah.
Yeah.
Because so many times I've had like a movie in the background that I'm not even watching, and then bam, sex scene or like nudity. I think for the next one, we will talk about Borat, subsequent movie.
Yes, Borat 2. Not much to say on that one, honestly.
Are you kidding me?
Okay, Marcos is going to carry that episode.
What are you talking about? It's
I have
like
very little to say about Borat 2.
The movie is literally a commentary on America.
Well, that's why I chose Yes, God, Yes.
Because you're Catholic. And so am I.
A commentary on America?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We can talk about it.
We'll talk about it in the next episode.
We'll talk about it.